Hey guys, welcome. Sorry, a couple minutes late, but thanks for attending today. Our One Plus sales strategy. I do have, you know, every week I'm going to trickle in a couple of. Make sure this is cool. Make sure it's a good distance. I'm gonna trickle in a couple of new things, right? New ideas, new ways that we're selling or whatnot, and put this phone over here too. Right, new way of selling, enhancements to the program, all that good stuff. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to go through some of the beginning slides kind of fast. The reason being is because there's a lot of videos out there of this stuff from previous weeks, so you can go back and watch some of those as well. And I want to spend more of the time in this session talking about the new items that we have. Okay. I will give a quick history on me for the people that are new. I've closed hundreds of $1 millions in volume, 200 million. I see that on here, 33 states. Oh, this is about client direct altogether. Yeah, 200 million, 33 states. We built our own customized software through a company named Lead Maturation. So that's our company. Nobody else has this software. It's all Salesforce. It's important because a lot of what we do is done through the software and the platform. So a lot of customization things we can kind of do. We're partnered with a lot of lenders, 90 plus lenders. We are non-delegated. We fund our own loans. We have that capability, but we also broker. So really at the end of the day here, it's all about what's best for the client. Let's get into the program, the Rocket Pro TPO program. Strongest program in this category. A lot of people are familiar with this sort of like home ready, home possible structure. Lenders are not created the same. Like, let's be honest. And in this program in particular, lenders are not created the same. The main difference is the Fannie Mae stuff is standard, right? The way the AUS runs, the DTI ratios, the average median incomes, all that stuff is consistent across the lenders. Where it's different is these programs allow the lender to contribute a certain amount of money, grant money, free money, that's what grant means, right? To the borrowers. So some lenders out there, I've seen some retail lenders in this exact same program give around 2,000. UWM was giving 4,000. Rocket, one of the strongest lenders in the country, is given up to 7,000. So that's one of the main differences between Rocket and everyone else. And it becomes substantial when you start looking across the market and looking across these different counties, which we'll address as we go through. All right. So the minimum credit score is 620. Minimum down payment is 1%. 80% of the median income. You can read through the sides. 350K is the max loan amount. The pricing on this thing is beautiful because it's still under that home ready and home possible structure, which means the loan level pricing adjustments are very favorable or not there. What does that mean in real world? It basically means a person with a 620 score could get a very similar deal to a person with a 720 score. So they don't get penalized as heavily when you're looking underneath the umbrella of this particular product. That ends up really benefiting the client because if you're trying to get them into this loan program and the costs are too exorbitant, then the DTI doesn't work and other things don't start to work, right? When the LLPAs are down, then you can get a decent rate, you can get a lower rate, okay? So you can get through the AUS findings and the costs are not prohibitive. Like they're giving $7,000, but what I see with a lot of programs where they give this money, they give money over here, they take more money over there. Let's be honest. A lot of the down payment assistance programs, oh yeah, we'll give you a silent second, or we'll give you free money. However, the rate is way up here. It's like 8.5%, and that's borrower paid for us practitioners, us loan officers. So now we got to charge the client a point, 2 points, or whatever it is that we have to charge them, right? So at the end of the day, it still winds up being extremely expensive for the client. This particular program, I'm getting 2% from Rocket. They're putting 1% down. That could be gift money. That could be 401k. That could be from wherever they can get money from, right? Very lenient. So I'm doing that, right? And then on the flip side, I can get a decent rate, and have $2,000 in lender credit and help them as well. So then I talk to the selling agent, right? The listing agent rather, or selling agent, buyer side, right? And whoever I talk to, I say, hey, give me a couple $1,000s in seller credit too. So now I have 2% down. I have $2,000 in lender credit, and I went and asked them for a couple $1,000s in seller credit. You can truly, your borrower can truly buy this home at 1% down. $250,000 home, you're in that puppy for $2,500. That's what we really push. We educate everyone in the process, the home seller, the listing agent, the selling agent, to come together and figure out how we can get people in these homes for the same amount that some of these cats get on a tax return. So no buying Louis Vuitton bags. Buy a house instead, right? I know Louis Vuitton bags just about that price, $2,000, $3,000, right? Don't do that. Talk to us, buy a house, and then let the house appreciate a little bit. Then go get your Louis Vuitton bag. All right, there we go. There we got to help people out. We got to help people out. All right, so let's move on from here. The problem is not easy to identify a client that fits into the program, right? You got to you stumble upon them, if you will. Like, let's see if you fit in somebody who's already interested in buying a home. It's like, let's see if you fit in this new program that I have. I can get you some down payment money, right? So it's like, it's not used as a marketing strategy, really. And that's what we did. We turned it on its head. That's what I'm teaching you today. How to take the program that Rocket is giving you and turn it into a marketing strategy, if you will. So you have to identify the listings and create value for the listing agents, if you will. Now, I know we have these two up, Andrea, but do we have the actual list up too? Do we have the list from those from the counties and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm. You tap forward, it's going to be linked.
Oh, it's linked. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we had an example of the property website, and then the counties linked in here.
Okay, accountability worksheet. So that's one back. The property.
Right there.
Yeah, but it's not hovering. It's okay. I'll just grab it. All right, guys. I'm just gonna grab. I know exactly where these are at. I'm gonna go in here and just show you really quick. All right, here we are. Can you look see if that's showing okay, Andrea? All right. See, I'm quick on my toes. I know my stuff. I know where everything's at. All right. So these are all the different counties that we have. So I'm just going to show you this briefly. Again, if you want to take a deep dive, I did do that in the previous weeks. So we can go in here. We can talk about all these different fields or whatnot. But this is our master data. This is amazing because in here we have every county in America. Let's see. Oops. So if we go all the way to the bottom, we'll see that's like 3,000 something counties, right? So every single one of these counties that we have here, we actually show what that median income is, and more importantly, what the range is of homes that qualify for this program. So this is the loan amount range of the homes, okay, for the homes that will qualify in a particular county. And we looked at every county in America. So the cool thing, if you look at as you're going through these, you can see we already identified that Lee County in Alabama have 158 homes that fit between 145,000 and 295. That's important because in Lee County, $67,000 is the median income that we have to use. So we take that median income and then we formulate this range of numbers that way, and then we identify which listings. Now we go to the listing agents and talk to them about our program. We get them to change their comments in the MLS. We say, hey, we have $7,000, up to $7,000 in free money, right? We've been calling them for the last couple of weeks, right? And it's slow through Christmas, right? But this week is a good indicator. We have a team that calls on these folks. Let me show you that really quick too. While I'm inside of here, why not just jump into these accountability sheets and kind of like show you. I'll show you one for me. Okay. Let me show you. Let me get over here. Okay. Control home. Okay. You can see that in here, we have every single listing that is in this particular county, okay, that fits, right? And then we create a website for them. So I hope that makes sense. So I kind of showed you the different levels. I showed you, we started off with the program, then we identify what the max loan amount is in every single county. Then from there, we looked at all the individual listings in that county that fit in that range. And this is an example of that. So you can see I have every single home. This is my team. They're working on this. So let me see what county they were working on for me. This is Central. So they were working in Shelby County in Alabama. Shelby County in Alabama is where they're working, okay? So if I come in here, a lot of them are voicemails, a lot of them get called back, blah, 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 blah. Let's just grab this one. You can see that this particular home, we made this for the realtor. We didn't even speak to the realtor yet. We're doing all this work beforehand, right? We link it in from the MLS. That's the realtor right there, Mike. That's me. Look at that. Check that out, right? And then we have the programs in here, okay? So we create this and send this out to all the realtors, okay? What we call them afterwards. We have a team that calls them and they transfer them to us so we can talk about the program. We are getting amazing feedback, absolutely amazing feedback. Andrea, what was the first day we had transfers this week? That was like, we had 13 to 15 transfers in a day. Yesterday we had like 11 or 12. We had, I would say, 5 or 6 realtors that are asking us to do this for other properties, do this whole site and set up every property they can. Can you look across all my listings to see what's eligible so I can change into $7,000? So we are now in a phase of where we are just going into listings, going into listing agents, becoming the main source for them. We are stealing the relationship through this program. And yes, I'm using the word stealing because it belongs to someone else now, and I'm taking it, right? And they are going to continue to work with us. It's not going to be a one-time thing. Why is it not going to be a one-time thing? Because they're going to see the level of service that we're bringing. And I'm not just talking about getting a loan done. Forget getting a loan done. Let's assume we do a good job on that. When I say service, I'm talking about helping them get more deals. So let me jump into that really quick. Let me jump into how I'm leveraging this program to get more. Okay. All right. So we don't even have to. This is perfect. This is perfect. I'll just hit restart on there and I'll come over here. We just started a pilot with a company to create these funnels. Okay, follow me here because we already have, this is a path. You have to make sure you're following me all the way. I started from the top with just the program. I showed you how we identify the program. I told you what we show or what we tell the realtor. I showed you the actual website. Now I'm telling you that they transferred and I'm actually speaking to them. Now I'm speaking to them. What do I need? That's great that I'm speaking to them and I pierce the veil, if you will. But what do I really need from them now that I'm having a conversation? I need leads. Show me the leads, right? We're the borrowers that need help, right? So what we suggest to them is like, listen, did you do an open house? Do you have a buyer agent that does an open house? Yeah, I do. I did an open house. Do you keep a do you have a sign-in book or what do you use normally? Yeah, some of them have a sign-in book. We're like, send us the leads. But it's very hard for realtors to capture this stuff. They're not good at it. They're not good at, like, somebody calls them on something. They're not good at getting the information and then getting it to us as the party that needs to vet. They send it via text message, this, that. You get the idea. You know how the realtors are. All right. So what we're doing as a next phase is this free service for them. Check this out. If I have a realtor like this guy, right? And I'm going to refresh this page so you kind of see the magic happen. Okay. So that's his regular website right there. That's the regular website. Boom. You see that drop? Did you see that? Let me get back in the camera frame. Make sure I'm square. You see that drop? No, you didn't see that. Let me do it again. I know some of you weren't paying attention. All right, watch closely. Okay. Eyes on screen. I'm gonna do it. Okay. That's his regular website. Boom. You saw that thing and kind of like shook a little bit. Yeah, that's us. Right. So we are gonna put these little whatever you want to call them, pop-ups, if you will, into the realtors' websites. That's what we suggest that they do, right? So we say, listen, we know it's hard to collect leads. We know it's hard to do this. We know it's hard to do that. What we can do to assure all of your borrowers that ask, all your potential buyers can see if they're eligible for this program. Let's put this add-on to your website, okay? That way they can just go to your website and click it, and then ours is going to say the $7,000 program, okay? Andrea, do you have the one where we're co-branded? You don't have that co-branded up here. You only have the two. This one's all the Remax sell side. Mm-hmm. Can you get me ASAP what?
Go to that.
I'm looking from yesterday. Well,
yeah, it was up there. Go to the next one.
Uh-huh.
Is that what you're referring to?
No. Nope.
Click the guaranteed offer.
There was one, maybe you didn't get it. There was one that has a $7,000 program on it that Andrew gave us. I believe I don't think it was in an email from yesterday.
Okay, no.
Yeah, it's the other set of stuff that I've sent you. So grab that for me. Okay. So there's two ways of popping up. We could do it this way, or we could do it this way. Let me just refresh this one. Okay, you see that? That would be us talking about the $7,000 program. So these are on the realtors' websites. Okay, that's what we're doing on their behalf. We also, this is really next level. All right, we're also really good with Facebook Ad Manager. Our company is. We have a high subject matter knowledge level around that stuff. So we will promote advertisements in the same county where this is listed about the $7,000 program, which will drive people to these funnels as well. So they're driving them to our funnels, right? But it's co-branded with the realtor agent as well. So some people are giving cups of coffee. Some people are buying dinners. Some people are doing this and doing that. We're developing a whole enhanced infrastructure of lead aggregation and client acquisition for the realtors. We've had 1 week of talking about this with the realtors. They are elated. They are like, finally someone that gives me something they even said that one even said. I was like, hey, chill out. Stop talking about my community so bad. But they're like, finally, this is what I call value, right? They're excited, bro. They're excited. We'll have multiple people in every single county across 33 states that we're approved in on this program. We will have hundreds of realtors with our funnels in their websites. I want to share this with you guys. This is a little bit past just the 1+ program. You know, this gets into more of more of how we're actually like selling it, how we're doing it. Any luck there, Andrea, on those? No, could you just search Andrew in your email?
I did. Come with the notes from co-branded.
Notes from co-branded. No.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's worth it. Let me see, guys. I'm just going to talk a little bit and then kind of like maybe grab this for you guys. I do think it's worth you guys like seeing some of this stuff. A lot of you guys know what these funnels sort of like look like, but you know, it's one thing to have funnels. The biggest part is the application of them. That's what's extremely important. You've got to have the application of the funnels in order to win, if you will. Like there was one point in 2020 where I was using these particular funnels, and we were bringing in from Facebook 20,000 leads a day. So we're really understanding of how this works. But this strategy to bring it around to the realtor community is awesome. So let me just do this really quick. Okay. I'm still looking, guys. Yeah, I'm going to give it a couple more looks. I might have to show you next week if I don't see it. I don't want to keep you posted. Are there any questions? Because that kind of like wraps up what we have today. But I can look at this still if there's questions while I'm doing it.
Yeah, one question was, did they increase the purchase price cap?
No, the purchase price, the loan amount is still at 350,000. Right. So you have to stay within that realm. That's why it's so important to have that master sheet that I have, so you know what properties to go after and who to talk to. The biggest thing about our business is time. Our business is about time, right? So we got to squeeze time or collapse time to make it where we actually get production out of it, right? Because we could call 1 million people about this program, but if you're calling the wrong target, it doesn't matter. It could be a great program, right? Which this is. But if you have the wrong target, again, it just doesn't, it's not gonna hit. So you've got to do the work and understand what markets to go after and what it's basically county level, what counties to go after, and then what listings within that county are eligible, and then start educating the people around that area. Even with our Facebook advertising, we're able to get extra granular. So we see high concentration areas. Like, for example, Bexar County in Texas has like 4,000 homes that are eligible for this program. So in our Facebook advertising, we will concentrate just in Bexar County, even down to certain zip codes. So we're looking for buyers saying we have $7,000 free for you to buy a home in that specific area. And then we're going to branch that back around to the realtors. That's how we do it. So, but it's all driven by the data. It's a data-driven strategy, along with the missiles that Rocket has given us, to have the program. Because if you don't have the program, then you can't this stuff won't hit off. All right. So any other questions?
No, one LO was just noting that this sounds awesome. He's never really had success with Facebook leads in the past.
Right. And it's not a lot of success because, if you just throw a general lead out there, hey, come, then it's going to be pretty crappy, to be honest. But the more specific you can get in the lead that you're in the client, in the way that you're frameworking the advertisement, right? And if you can have some back end knowledge, right? So I know there's a market in Bexar County in Texas because there's 4,000 homes for sale, so there's no supply issues, right? So actually, a lot of those homes starting to have price reductions. So you've got to do advertising in that area and giving $7,000 and then go finding a home with a price reduction too. That makes it to where a person's buying a home for a couple $1,000s. So now what you've done is really increase the pool or really increase the value for those Facebook leads that are coming in. So now you might have somebody really be able to do something. On another Facebook lead in a county where it's not as like California, you might get a similar lead and somebody wants to buy a home, but they only have $5,000 in the bank account. Well, I don't want any of those, right? Because the homes in the area that I live in are 1.2 million. We're not going to be able to do anything for that particular client, right? Not happening. Right? So it's like, you can't just put up ads and then say, give me the state, right? You need to be very specific and understand what that strategy is that you're pushing. So what I'll do is, and this might be even better. I'll be able to show you guys some more custom co-branded sort of advertisements and landing pages, and even give some insight into how it's working come next week. So it's not next week, actually. It's the week after next, because next week will be the new branch. And I think we're going to have Andrea come in and do that one. So that's exciting. She's going to have different information than what I'm giving. So look forward to that. So cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time as always. Check out the previous videos as I dived deeper into how we sort of like aggregate the data and how we utilize it for targeting. Again, this week was more, it's a progression. We're going through, you guys you're on the journey with us. So we're kind of telling you, and that's how we keep these different weeks relevant, even though we're talking about the same subject. I will leave you with some changes to the One Plus program. No longer, as of January 2nd, are they buying out, Rocket buying out the the mortgage insurance. So the consumer is now on their own for the mortgage insurance. What Rocket has done though, to counter that, they excellent program. The $7,000 is still there. They were buying out mortgage insurance too, which is absolutely crazy because that's another $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. They were buying the whole premium out. So awesome for the people that were able to get that deal. But now what they've done is give better credits. So I have the ability to bring more lender credit into the deal, and the buyer is using like the regular down payment. I'm sorry, the regular MI, borrower paid MI. In many of these cases, you can still buy out the MI between the lender credit and some seller credit though. So that makes it even better because there are a lot of big seller credits out there because in some of these counties, the homes are sitting on the market. So we're starting to see that transition. So get the max seller credit, right? And maybe if you don't need it, use some of it towards buying out that MI and then get that higher lender credit now as well. I know that's complicated. I know there's a lot of pieces, a lot of pieces to that, but nonetheless, get in the game and start selling these programs that are going to be more beneficial and bring value to our partners, mainly the realtor community. All right. And you're helping the client too. Appreciate and love all you guys. Can't wait to get with you week after next, kind of give you an update on how things are going. But this program and our strategy, absolute winner. Go crush 2024, guys.